This guy unexpectedly found a way to travel through time, which he used to try to get out of the friend zone, creating different realities each time he travels to the past. The movie begins on November 1st, 2017, at Avery's engagement party. Noah was fascinated as he watched her give her speech because he was deeply in love with her. Avery mentioned that exactly 3 years ago, she had met the love of her life, which made Noah remember that day. October 31st, 2014. 3 years ago, Noah attended a Halloween party where all the guests were having fun dancing in their costumes. In the middle of the party, a guy dressed as the Hulk accidentally bumped into Avery, which led to Noah meeting her. Our friend quickly noticed that she was dressed as a character from one of his favorite movies, and she was really cute, which is why he decided to get to know her better. She told him that her father was a military man, her favorite drink was grapefruit juice with vodka, and she had come to the party with her best friend named Carrie, who was making out with a doctor. Bored with the party, Avery asked Noah if he wanted to go somewhere else. Knowing she liked jazz, they headed to the bar where Noah works as a pianist. While there, Avery asked if he knew how to play any Count Basie songs. He said no but showed her his great skill on the piano. There was also a photo booth in the bar, so after singing together, they took some pictures. Then they went to Avery's place, where they played, ate cereal, and after Avery told him she does charity work, he leaned in to kiss her. Now back to the present, Avery was getting married, but not to Noah. She was marrying Ethan, because that night she just hugged Noah. All these memories made Noah sad, so he started drinking uncontrollably. He got drunk and began to vomit. Avery worried about her friend, asked what was wrong, but Noah just blamed the food. Avery then asked Carrie to take Noah home. During the ride, he poured out his heart to her, saying he has been in love with Avery for 3 years and he thinks he will never get over her. The guys arrived at the address Noah had given, which wasn't his house but the bar where he works. There, his best friend Max was hanging out. As soon as Max saw Carrie, he immediately tried to impress her, claiming he was a vice president at a company. Carrie showed no interest in Max and mentioned she was a photographer and needed to leave because she had a photo shoot in the morning. Noah asked her to wait, as he still needed to finish his story. The day after meeting Noah, Avery went to the supermarket to buy cereal since Noah had eaten all of hers, and that's where she met her Prince Charming Ethan. Carrie commented that maybe he just wasn't meant to be with Avery. After saying this, she left. Max took Noah to the photo booth while he got a taxi. In there, Noah accidentally activated a time machine, wishing he could have a second chance to do everything differently, and then, out of nowhere, he woke up in his house. He thought it had all been a dream and went to the supermarket. On the way, he saw kids in costumes, which was strange since Halloween had already passed. Anyway, when he looked at the date on a newspaper, he realized what was happening. He had traveled back in time. Despite talking to the supermarket employee about the date, the employee didn't believe him, so he went to see his friend. Upon arriving at the company where Max works, he noticed his friend wasn't a vice president yet. Through the window, Noah saw Carrie in the middle of a photo shoot, so he decided to go talk to her. Carrie didn't recognize him, so Noah started mentioning things he knew about her. Max arrived to calm Noah down because he was getting really agitated. Noah was surprised when he heard Max introduce himself to Carrie, since they were supposed to have met at the bar the previous night. Then Noah put it all together. He had really traveled back in time and had a second chance to win over Avery. Excited, he ran home, put on a suit, and dressed as James Bond to go to the party. This time, when the guy dressed as Hulk was about to bump into Avery, Noah saved her. Knowing everything about her, he used this information to catch her attention. He mentioned that he loved grapefruit juice with vodka and that she looked like a military brat. She was surprised when he guessed her father's job. They ended up going to the bar, where Noah mentioned that he loved Count Basie and started playing a song. After that, they took photos again and then headed to her place. Everything was going great until Carrie called to say she was about to arrive. Nervous and in a hurry, Noah kissed Avery just as her friend walked in. Seeing Noah, Carrie immediately told Avery that he was the crazy guy from that morning. Hearing this, Avery got scared. She started yelling that he hadn't guessed anything. He already knew because he was a stalker. Noah tried to defend himself as best as he could, but Carrie started hitting him until he was knocked out. This brought him back to the present. Noah thought the whole time travel thing had just been a dream, so he went to apologize to Avery for throwing up in her bathroom. Ethan let him in but didn't recognize him. However, the girls did. They started screaming that he was the stalker from 3 years ago. Noah had to claim he had a bomb to escape.
I've got a bomb! He's got a bomb! I got a bomb! I'm sorry my bomb threat ruined your magical evening. Have a great life.
When he got home, he wondered how on earth he had traveled through time, concluding that it was the photo booth's fault. He went back to the place, put in a coin, and wished to go back in time again, which actually happened. This time, he asked Max for help since his friend was good at seducing girls. Max told him he had to act like a jerk, the more jerk, the better, and he also had to do the Sigma face. After getting this advice, they approached the girls. Max distracted Carrie so Noah could be alone with Avery. He started acting like a jerk, which annoyed her. She couldn't stand being with him, so she left, but Noah followed and kept bothering her. Due to his behavior, she pushed him into the pool. Noah didn't get angry and kindly asked her to help him out. She agreed, and he took the opportunity to pull her in too. They started fighting in the pool, which incredibly ended in kisses, and afterward, they went to Avery's place where they spent the night together. This transported him to the present, where he found himself in bed next to Avery. He thought he had finally succeeded and he was now her boyfriend, but in reality, they were just having casual hookups because he had continued being a jerk for the past 3 years. After getting dressed, Noah found out that Ethan still knew Avery, but this time they were just friends. Ethan was there to go running with her. Noah didn't want to leave them alone, so he decided to exercise with them, which ended badly. Carrie offered to treat his injuries with the first aid kit in her car while Ethan and Avery continued running together. This frustrated Noah, and he confessed to Carrie that he really loved Avery. They continued their conversation at a cafe, where she told him that if he was truly in love with Avery, he needed to change his ways. Avery would never take him seriously because she was looking for someone stable, someone she could marry and start a family with. These words gave Noah an idea. He decided to become like Ethan. So, he went to the photo booth, inserted a coin, and traveled back to the past again. The first thing he did was visit Max, as he had to help him get hired at the office. As night fell, our friend went to the party again. This time, he prevented Hulk from pushing Avery, then approached her, knowing just what to say before inviting her to the jazz club. Only this time, he wasn't the one playing, he had quit to lead a stable life. Avery liked this and suddenly, Noah was back in the present. In this timeline, he had gained some weight but was happy because tonight it was his engagement party with Avery, and he was now a millionaire. Everything seemed great to him, his dream had come true. Not even Carrie staying at his house could ruin his happiness. When he left his house, he found his dream car. Avery told him to arrive early since it was their engagement party. Noah agreed and went to work. When he got to the office, he was surprised to find no one there, but then everyone surprised him with a party to celebrate his promotion. He was now a vice president. While talking to an important Chinese client, he realized he spoke perfect Chinese. Max asked to speak with him alone in his new office. There, his friend accused him of betrayal, saying that Noah had gotten the vice presidency by being a bootlicker. Noah had begged the boss for the job, despite knowing this was his friend's dream job. Learning this saddened Noah. A little later, his assistant told him he had to catch a flight for a meeting and that his schedule was packed every day for the next few months. Because of his job, he arrived late to his own engagement party. To make matters worse, he tried to play some jazz but couldn't because he had forgotten how to play the piano. He then found Avery with Ethan in the bathroom, as Ethan was now the one throwing up. To stake his claim, Noah kissed Avery and offered to take Ethan home. During the drive, Ethan confessed to Noah that he was in love with Avery and had actually told her so. He knew it was wrong but felt they were meant to be together. Noah asked what she had replied. Avery had said she wished things were different. This response left Noah deep in thought. He returned home late at night and ran into Carrie. He asked her why Avery didn't love him. Carrie replied that, although Avery didn't love him, she did care for him a lot. It wasn't that he was a bad guy, but sometimes there just isn't a connection between some people. Noah thanked her for her honesty and confessed that he enjoys chatting with her. He understood that Avery deserved to be happy with the right man. That's why he traveled back in time, this time arriving at the party with Ethan, whom he introduced to Avery while he met up with Carrie. They quickly hit it off and had a great time dancing. A little later, both couples went to the bar, and as he played the piano, he realized that Carrie also knew how to play. Noah asked if she liked jazz because of Avery, to which she replied that Avery knew jazz because of her. She had also made Avery's dress, and in fact, everything Noah liked about Avery was characteristic of Carrie's personality. She then mentioned that she enjoyed going out tonight, as she was just getting over a breakup. Later, they all had fun taking photos together, and suddenly Noah was back in the present. This time, he was friends with Max again, although to his surprise, he and Carrie weren't a couple. Desperate, Noah went to see Carrie, telling her that they were connected, that Avery and Ethan would always connect, just like he did with her. She told him they hadn't seen each other in years, and she was actually back with her ex. He confessed to her that the most significant and genuine moments of the past 3 years were spent with her. Talking to her made him realize that for everything to happen as it should, he needed to go back and change nothing. So, he quickly headed to the bar, but upon arrival, he found out that the magic photo booth was no longer there. This saddened him, and he spent his time drinking until Avery and Ethan arrived. They had been worried because he hadn't shown up at their engagement party. After all, they were best friends. She asked him why he was taking photos in that machine when she had given him the one that was there before. This made him very happy, and he quickly went back home to travel to the past one last time, but this time without changing anything from the original story. This brought him back to the beginning of the movie, at the engagement party, where he was drinking happily. After this, he met up with Carrie. He told her she looked good, and after a little chat, he invited her to listen to jazz. She hesitated a bit but eventually agreed, which marked the beginning of a beautiful relationship, and with this scene, the movie ends. Don't miss out on future recaps, subscribe, leave a like and comment if you have already seen this movie. Thanks for watching.